The defeat of the Russian army near Avdiivka. The Russians are clearing minefields with their infantry. Z propagandist claims that Russian generals are literally clearing Ukrainian minefields with Russian soldiers. The losses of the Russian army in the tank battle near Avdiivka were so heavy that even Russian propagandists started a scandal on the internet. In his Telegram channel, Z military correspondent Kodanak accused the Russian command of a poorly planned operation, as a result of which the Russian army lost an entire tank regiment and several dozen military personnel within a couple of hours. The Russian assault attempt was defeated during an attempt to break through to the village of Amanskoye. Incompetent Russian commanders abandon large groups of Russian military personnel to slaughter, who die en masse. The propagandist claims that the generals of the Russian armed forces are only interested in conquests and subsequent ranks, so they sacrifice the lives of Russian soldiers. Moreover, Z military correspondent claims that Russian generals are literally clearing Ukrainian minefields with Russian soldiers. For this, you should not promise a title, let alone give it, but demote it, he added. These allegations raise serious questions for the Russian command and raise a wave of discontent in the Russian Z community. Russia's largest tank offensive near Avdiivka last Saturday turned into a disaster for the Russian army, Forbes writes. Russia attempted to carry out the largest tank offensive in Ukraine since the beginning of the war near Avdiivka, but was defeated. American military analyst David Axe provided details of the tragic outcome of the largest tank offensive of Russian troops in an article for Forbes magazine. The attack, which began last Saturday, March 30, in the Avdiivka area, ended in disaster for the Russian army. The Russian armed forces sought to break through the positions of the Ukrainian armed forces using 36 tanks and 12 infantry fighting vehicles. The battle unfolded along the road from the village of Tenenkoy to the village of Amanskoye. The Ukrainian army had previously detected the approach of Russian units consisting of large columns of armored vehicles, including 48 vehicles. However, the Ukrainian armed forces' response was swift and destructive. During the battle, Russia lost 12 tanks and 8 infantry fighting vehicles. Russian troops have found themselves victims of extensive minefields, as well as attacks by drones and anti-tank missile systems.